So guys, we have made it to a completely new location for this week's long run. I've driven over an hour and a half away from home for a good reason, but to also run in a completely new area. I am actually in a place called Cannock Chase in Stafford, and it is a huge kind of nature reserve and nature park with some amazing trails, which I'm thoroughly excited to get on and show you today, because we have got actually the Cannock Chase half marathon track where they host their obviously half marathon events throughout the year. I'm not taking place in an actual race, I'm just running the route that they use for their particular events, but it is absolutely glorious. Such a beautiful setting in the heart of Stafford. So what I'm going to do today is just make it a nice, easy kind of zone 2 pace. Now I do have a special guest joining for this run, and as you know, I coach inside Physique Academy, and a good friend and client of mine that I have coached for the last 2 years, who lives in Australia, is actually over here in England for a wedding this weekend. So it was only right to meet up. Graham is actually training for a Ironman 70.3. So we've been putting him on a designated training program for the last sort of 10 weeks, and we're heading into taper week with him now. So it's a perfect opportunity for just, you know, some miles in the legs, nice, easy leisure place, meet in person for the first time, and just have a fantastic day in this glorious environment. So I'll take you along for that run. I'll show you some of the different places that we get to see on this new territory. Let's get it. So guys, we just got done with today's long run in Cannock Chase. The amount of hills and the terrain made it a tough workout, but we got it done. Graham, how are we feeling, mate?
Easy, mate.
Easy? Are you sure?
Very easy, mate. Too easy.
Graham thinks it's easy. I think he's giving it the big one. He is an Iron Man in the making though, so I guess he can get away with giving it the big guns. But no, tough workout. The heat was something else, the blisters were something else, but yeah, we got it done. Saturday morning, 3 weeks out from Loch Ness Marathon, and today I'm taking you through a RAWDOG leg workout. So this is the strength training session, second one of the week, focused solely on legs. And I'm just kind of going to show you the exercises that I'm doing. I'm going to explain some of the movements and why I choose to do those movements, because I really think that if you're taking on any kind of running in your training, it is super important to balance that with good quality leg workout, making sure you're getting that combination of both strength but form, technique and tempo to really minimize, the risk of injury, and to make sure that the strength training that you're doing for legs is actually going to complement your running and not hinder it. So today I'm going to take you through my workout. This is the second leg session of the week. The first one that I do is mainly just compound focused, so it's squats, deadlifts, lunges, that kind of stuff. And then this workout today is based more around sort of equipment use, things like hack squat, leg extensions, all that fun stuff. And what we're doing here right now is we're just getting the legs warmed up. I'll do 20 minutes on the bike just to get the blood flow, get the quads primed for today's session, and just make sure we're not going into the workout cold, which if you're doing that can really cause injury. So we're going to do 20 minutes on the bike, and then we're going to get into some kind of priming exercises that open up the hips, get the quads and the hamstrings working, and then get into the main meat and potatoes of today's workout. So let's get into it. So guys, next exercise we've got is a lying hamstring curl. So this is the first exercise of our kind of strength work. So we're starting at 15 reps, which will be nice, light and easy. We'll then go to 10 reps, and then we'll do 3 working sets of 5 reps at a heavier weight as well. So this exercise really important to go fairly slow with the tempo. Make sure you're squeezing and holding for about 1 to 2 seconds at the top of each rep. So we're going to get into this. Guys, this leg extension exercise, probably the second exercise of the strength component of today's workout. So following the exact same rep ranges that we had on the lying hamstring curl. So 1 set of 15, 1 set of 10, and then 3 working sets of 5. Again, keeping the focus on squeezing the quad at the top of the leg extension with each rep. So yeah, just really good kind of developing, obviously, the most prominent muscles when you are running. So something I've always kind of incorporated into every leg session and leg routine that I do, whether I use it as a warm-up or as working sets, is what we are doing today. So very, very good piece of kit, very good exercise just for leg training as a whole, but especially if you're running. So yeah, let's get into So guys, we've got hack squat now. This is probably one of my favorite leg machines because I think it's really, really good for working all areas of the legs. Really hits the quads, really gets the hamstrings and glutes as well. And it's actually a very good exercise. Like if you're not comfortable doing things like barbell back squats, you know, if you have a bit of tightness or some niggles in your lower back, having the back support on a hack squat just keeps things really stable and keeps you obviously in a safe position. And yeah, I feel like you can get good depth on this. You can really take the squat deep into the areas that are obviously going to cause the legs to work the most, which is exactly what you want to do. So again, for range of motion, just a perfect piece of kit, and something again that you can obviously progress your weights with to a place that is comfortable, manageable, yet challenging as well. So on this, we're just doing 4 sets of between 8 and 10, depending on how we feel. And then maybe what we'll do is we'll strip it down on the last set and we'll just go to max effort, max reps, and just kind of take it as a little bit of a burnout as well. So guys, in this one we have got single leg press. So I think this is a really good exercise to just work on like those weaknesses or imbalances if you've got them. For me, I'm a lot more right-sided dominant when it comes to legs, just through like 20 odd years of playing football and being predominantly right-footed. So it's really good exercise to allow the left leg to try and catch up a little bit as well. So super good for, again, imbalances or sports or just running as a whole. Just generally trying to get both legs as evenly strong on each side. So the rep ranges that we've got for this is 1 kind of light working set, 12 on each leg, and then we'll do 3 working sets at a heavier weight, 6 on each side as well. So kind of getting in the range now where quads are feeling a little bit more fatigued, so probably won't do too much more of a quad dominant base exercise, and after this one we'll move back into something that's a little bit more hamstring and glute as well. So guys, we're finishing off last exercise, targeting hamstring and glutes now with just a traditional barbell stiff leg deadlift. So I find that this gets obviously a really good squeeze into the posterior. And again, when you're running, because it being so quad dominant, it's always good to make sure that you're strengthening your hamstrings as much as possible so it can support the force from that constant forward movement that you're doing with every stride that you take when you're obviously completing your runs. So one thing I've really tried to focus on in this marathon prep is just making sure the hamstrings and the posterior chain is really being strengthened. That's why, again, every first leg session of the week always has deadlifts in there, and then every second leg session of the week has a good sort of 2, 3, 4 exercises where the hamstrings are really going to get engaged alongside the glutes as well. And why it's so important to strengthen like hamstrings and glutes, like if you've ever had lower back issues, there's probably a good chance that it's actually coming from your glutes or from your hamstrings being obviously a lot weaker. So it's just making sure that you're doing that posterior work inside the gym. If again you've got tightness and imbalances in your back, don't shy away from not doing lower back work if you've got a sore or injured lower back. Like, just start light and get that movement in there and slowly start strengthening those areas of lower back, hamstring and glutes. Do not shy away from it. I made that mistake when I was younger in having so much tightness in my lower back, and I just wouldn't train it because I thought it would make it worse. And it's only after seeking physio advice that they said the more that I can strengthen that posterior, the more chance I have of healing the lower back injury a lot quicker as well, which is exactly what we did. So yeah, plenty of posterior work. We've got one more set. The actual workout itself was 4 sets, 10 reps, just nice slow controlled movement, getting it done. So guys, we just got done with the RAWDOG leg workout, and yeah, today in the gym just extremely dark, extremely busy and extremely loud. So I've no idea how the footage is going to come out, but we will still put it together. We'll still show you obviously the workout that we went through today. I'm apologizing right now if the audio in the clips wasn't the best, but it's the reality of what we're dealing with when we're trying to film YouTube content. So very good workout. I was pleasantly surprised because the legs were feeling a little bit fatigued going into today's session, just based off the 16K trail run that you would have seen in the last bit of footage. But all in all, a very good session. And like I said, that's the way in which I'm going to continue to train leading into Loch Ness Marathon in 3 weeks. I don't feel like I need to change anything. Like, that's a decent amount of volume, decent amount of strength work right now. And then once marathon season is over at the end of October, because yes, there will be a second marathon after Loch Ness, but I'm not talking about that right now. We will go back into just solely kind of strength focused training and then take a little bit of a break from running and just keep things ticking over. So that's how the leg workout went. I hope you got some value from it, and I'll see you in the next portion of the video.